It's all good. Gee, oh, are we live? Yes, we are live. I'm like, where's the little live thing? It's because my thing was up. Yeah, we were just waiting on Adrian. She had to do a little reboot. Too much work with Cursor yesterday, apparently. You've been coding too much.
Thank you for throwing me under the bus. We're 2
I
minutes
had to do
late,
it.
and it's my fault. But when you're busy pulling links and we go live 10 minutes late, I just tell everyone, thank you for being patient.
I could have been nicer. I could have been nicer. Hey, I didn't put it on the screen. I just had it in the little chat. Like, you're the one who put it up on the screen for the whole world. Anyway, we are live. Let's get some folks in here because it says like nobody is watching, which is weird because we have people in our chat.
That's a StreamYard bug.
I'm like, there's people in the chat, so that can't be right.
I'm going to send a push notification from our mini app.
All right, you do that.
People will know. And I was just thinking, like, I get so many mini app notifications.
I do too.
That I find them not always useful and a little annoying. But then I was thinking, as a mini app developer, I'm pretty confident the notifications we send are never annoying.
No, not at all.
I don't know how that works.
No, ours are fine. It's the other people who are the issue. We are perfectly fine, though. And I am retweeting and letting people know we are live now, and we do have lots of fun things to chat about today. You know what? Something I keep forgetting to do that I really want to do is to start giving out POAPs to our chatters, and I have to start doing that next time. Because I have reasons. So next time we'll do that.
Oh, I have reasons.
I have reasons. I have reasons. And, you know, we should start rewarding the folks who are in our chat all the time. But anyway, you know what we haven't done yet? We're going to do our little intro, and we will be back in 40 seconds because it's the basic intro for this one. So see you on the other side of 40 seconds. Welcome to GM Farcaster, bringing you everything from breaking news to spicy memes to the deep lore shaping this vibrant digital community. More than just a show, GM Farcaster is your digital third space where the community connects, the stories unfold, and the culture thrives. Whether you're a daily caster or just dropping by, we've got the latest buzz to keep you plugged in. So grab your coffee and let's dive in with your hosts, Nanish Prof and Adrian, for another episode of GM Farcaster. GM Farcaster. It is Wednesday, October 1st. That's ridiculous. And you are here with Nanish Prof and Adrian for 29 minutes of Farcaster news to start your day. And just getting one more notification out, and we'll be ready to roll. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's October, and I am not ready for this. But I did create a new so this is our new background that you really can't see right now, but our new little fall background.
Love it.
So it's also my background today. So lovely. All right, let's dive in. We got things to talk about. Here we go. First up, this was a big day, big for you. Rewards leaderboard results. Derek continues moving into his new leaderboard tier residence by taking his first number 1. Flood number 4, highest finish, but after leading for a while, got bumped by Burtwurst and Keckers, who were 2 and 3. Adrian proves a new use case for top 10. Move to Mongolia, hunt with eagles, and don't shower. First top 10, I think. I think it was your first top 10, wasn't it? For the new, yeah. And also Greywash slips into number 10 for first appearance, who, by the way, got married. Greywash and Colfax got married, and that led to lots of interesting content, if you will. So congrats to them. And PSA, Moon Poppy downgraded performance at 9 investigating. He's just tired this week. I don't know. Poor Moon Bobby getting thrown under the bus here. Down leaderboard, Burr's leaderboard run ended up at 22. She's upper mid for this week, but back to mid with the rest of us going forward. Also, shout out to Chase Summer at the dreaded number 11, but highest finish ever. Meme coveted 69 goes fittingly to Los Fomos, Spicy Maiden, a Pauline Eunuch. I was so close. I really started to make an effort to drop down I needed 4 spot drop. Couldn't get it.
It's
Couldn't do
really
it.
hard to be
Really
precise.
hard.
Like you can try to drop down, but it's like you can't.
It's so hard. I
really
needed to
precise
lose
on the
4
leaderboard.
spots. I think I was at 65 in the end. And I was like, okay, if I go like all these people underneath me, maybe I can move them up. It just wasn't enough time. It's very hard, but I tried. But it was interesting to see, and I think I forgot to pull it, but Burr talking about leaderboard and just like how hard it's really difficult. And sometimes you catch it, like if you just have something very interesting going on, or you get that one viral post, then it's a little bit easier, but it's pretty hard to be consistent. So I have a lot of respect for people who are consistently in there. So that's all. And then, there's some folks that are clearly gaming the system that, eventually it'll get figured out, but whatever. Congrats to all of those on the leaderboard today for whether you got $2 or 600. Congratulations. All right, moving on. This from Varun. New referral rewards. Invite your friends and earn when they trade. We've made this really easy to use. Friends can sign up for free using your link. You get 20% of their fees when they trade. They get another 20% fee discount when they trade. So that is really cool. And I did check because I was like, okay, just onboarded 30 people couple weeks ago. Do we still get credit for those? And yes, you do. So if you look, you'll see, if you look on the invites page, it tells you how many you've already invited. And you will get, moving forward, credit for those as well. So that was pretty cool. So good to see.
This is awesome.
Yeah, nice experiment. We'll see how it goes. I like it. And this also from Vroom, please help us test referrals. If you reply with a new bug in this feature, I'll collect your cast for $1, which good use case. I was mostly like, I'm like, oh, you know what? That's a really good use case for like rewarding somebody for reporting something useful, or,
right.
like, I hadn't thought about that. Yeah.
It's super easy, right? Just to kind of pay people. When I first read it, I was like, $1? That's what my time is worth? Come on, V. Give me. I'm not reporting bugs unless you pay me like 10 times that, but maybe 100 times. But people will report bugs anyway. Yeah. I mean, right? People are reporting bugs anyway, so it is actually cool.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's like usually you just report it and get nothing. So I was like, oh, that's a really good idea. Good use case. So anyway, PSA from DWR, signups on Farcaster app are now free. So we have this rewards going on, but also now they're a free. They've been kind of free. Now they're free. Signups on Farcaster app are now free. We have a new anti-fraud system we've been piloting that prevents spammers and fraudsters from registering a bunch of accounts. It's not perfect, so we're slowly increasing its permissiveness. But most people downloading and signing up for Farcaster for the first time now won't see a payment screen or a Connect an X account screen. So up till now, you could get a free account if one or two things. If somebody paid for your invite using Warps, and that's what I did with all my students. Like I paid and then just went around and they scanned the QR code. Or you could connect an X account. Anyone could sign up. If they connected a Twitter account, then it was free. So now you no longer have to do that. So big push.
That's cool. You remember last week you were asking about what algorithmic onboarding was from the dev call? This is anti-fraud system is an algorithmic onboarding.
There we go. Okay. Well, that makes sense.
To bring that full circle.
Yeah. So it's interesting to see this new approach. So we'll see how it goes. And this from Horsefacts, Deodad did some heroic work improving onboarding recently. And now you can earn a cut of our fees by inviting friends. You get 20% of their swap fees. They get 20% discount on swaps. So basically, I was just sharing this one to give Deodad his flowers there. So good job. Thank you for that. Also, I forgot to pull this, but I did find a typo in the little thing. It said GT instead of get, and I'm like, or maybe GT put it in there on purpose. I don't know. Could have been one or the other. This from Linda. I want crypto native, decentralized social to succeed and go mainstream. Working my hardest to do my part, helping the team and community get there. If you want to see this vision too, would appreciate you posting and inviting others to Farcaster. I like Shaw Makes Magic below there saying same. All right, cool. I am doing my part. I invited 30 people in the last 7 weeks. So there you go. Doing my best. They had no choice, but it helps. We'll see if they only a couple have actually used it, but they've used the wallet. They have used the wallet. So we'll see. Yeah. If you just give them a grade and make them do it, there you go. That's how you get more people on here. All right, onboarding and re-onboarding a bunch of influential accounts from crypto Twitter X that I want to see on here. Would really appreciate a warm welcome to them as you see it. So we've had a few from Linda here, and this was one of her first ones. Welcome back, Nirajka, to Farcaster. Great person to follow for regulatory updates in the crypto space with the work they're doing with Coin Center. So very cool. If you want to stay up on that type of activity, this would be a good person to follow. So I need to give this person a follow. Hold on. Don't mind me. I'm going to do this live because I don't know if I'm following them. I am not. And now I am. So there we go. And that's how easy it is. So there you go. And they're updating on my favorite SEC commissioner. Doesn't everybody have a favorite SEC commissioner? Is that like not a regular thing?
What's your top 9? Has Derek done his top 9
top
SEC
9
commissioners?
SEC commissioners? I don't know. There's only 5, so at a time. But yeah, that's funny. Yeah, I only have that one. And then there's one other guy too. I forget. His name is hard to pronounce. It begins with a U though. Yeah, those are my only 2 that I like. But moving on, we have Dan's been prolifically posting past couple days. He's had lots of things to say. So this was agents and stablecoins from DWR. I'm focused on American consumers here. So I think that's a good framing for everything else he's about to say. He didn't want the Europoor to chime in, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, moving on. 1, most consumers have most of their money in fiat in a bank account. Bank accounts offer FDIC insurance, debit, ATM cards, good integrations with other financial services like credit cards and bill pay. It's unusual for people to not have a bank account. Will that change over time? Sure. Cash App, Robinhood, banking, etc. But it will be decades-long process. I totally agree with that. I think I cannot foresee, as much as I'd like to, can't foresee not having a bank account anytime soon. Just too many things that I have to pay for that they aren't going to accept crypto. So we'll see though. 2, if most consumer money is in a bank account, then most addressable spend is in the form of cards, debit and credit cards. Consumers have these products and use them daily. They are extremely pro-consumer, basically universal acceptance, chargeback, fraud protection, and if you're wealthier, points. In order to get consumers to use stablecoins, the bank account needs to support stablecoins. Most consumers will not switch bank accounts just for stablecoins. So little pressure for bank to adopt. In fact, adding stablecoin support makes it easier to switch banks. Banks also make money from card payments. B, if not banks, consumers need an incentive to hold larger stablecoin balances in non-bank apps. Coinbase does this with rewards. But banks can also offer interest, so the marginal difference is going to be low and most people won't care to maximize. I'm going to push back on that one because most banks do not offer interest on checking accounts. for the most part, unless you hold like a pretty high balance. So, and like certain ones do, but most people are not. And for me, like I pay for my checking account. So it's like if you have a certain level of balance that you hold all the time, sometimes you get it free and sometimes you get interest, but a lot of them are basic accounts that you're not getting interest on. So just a thought on that. So I think there is opportunity there, is my point. C, yes, there's a version of the world where consumers earn stablecoins through apps, e.g. Farcaster Rewards, but that's still small today. If it scales, great. 4, absent a near-term shift from much bigger consumer stablecoin balances, agentic stuff will just end up using cards. Stablecoins still probably win on the B2B and back-end financial plumbing side in the long run. I agree with that. But all of the near-term stuff with AI is going to be bias for what consumers use today. Interesting. And then he went on, and here's more of the reason why this discussion is coming up. This is also from him. New stablecoin from Phantom, powered by Stripe. No clear immediate consumer use case. The pitch seems to be, if you're a startup business, you can get 100% of interest on what you originate. We'll put competitive pressure on USDC and USDT to share more upside with holders. No inside knowledge, but I suspect Stripe is fine powering multiple stable coins, since they win by 1, being infrastructure, powering it, and 2, make them all work natively with Tempo. One more related to this, and then we'll talk. What happens when merchants realize they do not need Stripe to accept stablecoin payments or any software as a service vendor? 1, consumers have cards. They want to use cards. They like cards. Very true. 2, good luck convincing merchants to switch underlying e-commerce and accounting platforms. Agree. That's big. 3, will stablecoin payments grow? Yes, but it has to be driven by consumer interest, not merchants. Okay, that was a lot. Lot to unpack. Not really a lot to unpack, but just a lot there. This is the most, like, I think right now is what we're seeing is like, this is the big push. And I think most of this is related to the tech side of it, not necessarily the consumer facing side of it, like the underlying things. So what are your thoughts on all that?
Don't have many. Don't have any spicy takes. The only thing I think I would push back a little bit on, Dan's emphasis is so much on cards, like the stickiness of cards. But most people are really using Apple Pay these days.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So, and at least, I mean, I still carry my credit cards around because I'm a boomer and I'm old, but my kids don't.
You're right.
And the more I can use just my phone for things. So I have my Apple Wallet, and yes, it's Apple, but I also have my car keys on my phone now. Like, it's great to walk out and not have to carry a physical wallet. So if you're using Apple Pay and you're choosing a card, you're less bound and loyal to a card. So if there's an option in Apple Pay to pay with crypto, that's cool.
Yeah.
So then it just becomes the payments companies, the different cards, the different financial services providers fighting for your business. So, credit card companies have done it with points in the past, different fees, whatever, like there's different ways. So now you just have more people entering the war for, to get your payment. And ultimately, I will say this again and again, competition good.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Competition good. I listened to a really good Bankless podcast Monday. And it was with Summer, and I can't remember her last name, but she's from the Blockchain Association, like the lobbying association. And they were talking about stablecoins in particular, and the stablecoin, the Genius Act and the Clarity Act, and the banks now pushing back. So within the Genius Act, there was a limitation on yield, that you could not offer yield on a stablecoin, but you can offer rewards, and you can, so there's like all these like workarounds. And the consensus is right now the banks are trying to get rid of that loophole and so they're trying again to push back on stable coins giving any kind of incentive. So like with Coinbase, that gives you 4 point whatever % if you're holding USDC on Coinbase. And there's other ones doing that too. I mean, Banker's even doing something, which I've really got to look into that because I'm like, I really should be putting stuff in Banker. But anyway, because it was giving like 20% or something crazy. So we should look at that. But anyway, side note.
But hold on, the thing to think about, and I've been, this is, it keeps coming up in terms of like, how are you earning on your USDC? And especially with the Morpho vaults and whatnot. One thing I think is important for people to keep in mind and remember when it comes to banking. And again, I think this conversation is about US banks, but just not prepared to talk about the world, is one, to remember what FDIC insurance gives you.
Yeah.
People don't talk about it, but psychologically, there's a reason people use banks, right? It's this safety of like, oh, I'm giving you this to hold, and there's some security there.
And if you need like a visual, if you've ever watched It's a Wonderful Life, remember the bank run where they're left with $1 at the end. That's why we have the FDIC. Like that was pre-FDIC. Was for that reason. So when if there is a bank run, then you don't lose your money as long as you don't have more than $250,000.
And the bank might not have it, but the U.S. government, the federal government, will insure up to $250,000 per account. So I think that is important to remember. And then the second thing is to think about, the banks are only giving you a small percentage on your checking or savings account. But I think that interest rate, right, that's pretty standard, it's low because it's safe. So when you start seeing like, you can get a lot more, and
there's a risk.
It's not apples to apples, and there is risk. So, okay, yes, you can put it in a vault. It might feel like the same thing because you're just locking up your money. You're not necessarily buying a security, and you're not buying some investment, but there's risk. So you should at least just think about that. Like,
absolutely.
I've looked at the Morpho vaults. I have no idea what the risk is.
Yeah.
Why is one higher than another?
I think the risk
maybe I
is
could
the
research
same.
it.
Yeah, I think the overall risk is the same as anything in crypto, and it's like hacks and social engineering are going to be your biggest problems. So, and that's anything digital, really, right? Those are your biggest risks, I think, with anything like that. So that's why Coinbase feels a little safer, because you have a larger company that's regulated and all these things, and it feels a little safer. And then you have and then you go down from there, I think. So.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah.
FDIC just means the government will print money. Oh, yes. I mean,
yes.
This is anything. I mean, anything you hear backed by the U.S. government, it's either the money exists or they're going to make it. So
yeah, pretty much.
Do that.
Yeah, since 1971.
Yeah.
So anyway, all right. A few more things to get into, and one of these I'm not going to show you, but this was very cool. Was this from Serum? Let me turn this off because you guys can't hear it. Is Serum, who is the AI, I don't know if they call him the AI czar or what the title is, but advisor. I think he's advisor.
I think Sachs is technically, right, the AI.
Yeah, the czar.
And then he brought on
he's like underneath.
So, but focused on AI.
Yeah, he's the AI focus within the administration right now. And he was on Sean Ryan's podcast or show, and he was talking about Farcaster. So that is really cool and surprising. And went on to talk about what happens if, you're on Twitter and you get deplatformed, and why is this different, and all of that. So very cool. Go check that out.
I thought
we'll
it was
have
so
this in the
great
show notes.
to see. Yes.
So cool. Yeah, very cool. And you can check it out. You can either go look at this episode. I haven't watched the whole thing yet. I've only watched this clip. Or you can find the clip. Will be in our links.
It also made me wonder if we should be doing GM Farcaster in a dark room on leather couches wearing suits. I like
that. I did not wonder that whatsoever.
Is that the key to getting 5 million?
Maybe
5 million subscribers.
He's actually in a bar. He's in like a lounge or something. Because look behind him.
There's a bar. Will do I will host GM Farcaster from the morning bar.
From the bar.
And
From the
maybe
bar.
I will start wearing a suit.
You know what was interesting is part of this, he did ask the question, what was your first email? Because he was going into like the details of like, you know, talking about decentralization and talking about email as one of those types of decentralized things. And which I thought was, you know, that's how we normally talk about it too. It was like straight out of Read Write Own, which I thought was really fun. And he did ask the question, what was your first email? Like not the platform. And I was very curious, what was your first email?
Mine was Hotmail.
It was Hotmail? Okay.
Yeah. What was yours?
Mine, AOL.
Oh,
Yeah.
at least you don't still have it.
It exists somewhere in the world.
Yeah.
Like, well, I didn't close it down. So it kind of still out there somewhere. I don't know where, but yeah. I don't still use it.
Yeah.
But,
on Farcaster, you know, we push there's so much crypto talk, and that's really the way to grow, I think, which is kind of how do you attract crypto people first. Yeah. But to me, when Shriram's talking about why Farcaster, that goes, it's 100% to what drew me to Farcaster originally 3 years ago. It's why I keep deciding to build here, because of what he's talking about, I think is important in the world. And it's when I'm explaining Farcaster to other people, that's a lot of the language I'm using. Like and I think we're seeing more and more people unhappy with other platforms. It's like there's a lot of anger and annoyance at either being deplatformed. We've seen a bunch of those recently, or just like, I no longer like the algorithm that's being served. Yeah. And then people have no recourse. It's like, oh shit, I just built my entire kind of presence and following on name your platform, see a lot on X. And now I don't like it anymore, but what can I do? Because all my followers are here, all my people. And right. And ultimately, that's what I always push back is like, I just don't like the lock-in. I want the freedom when Farcaster, and by Farcaster, the app, when it starts to suck, I want to be able to leave and go to another app.
And I also, you know, I've said this a few times, I appreciate that my algorithms are different when I go to different clients, because that allows me to see different information from these different, you know, just from a different feed. So I see things there that on base app that I don't see on Farcaster and vice versa. So I do think that's useful as well. Okay. Moving on.
Oh, I just remembered. I might have had older email. Nice. I just realized I might have had older email. I did have older email, but I realized Facebook was my first like cloud email where I didn't have to be like at home with an email server, putting a disk in to a computer to get my email.
Funny. AOL was definitely my first. And then my second, I think, was Yahoo. I still have that and I still use it. I use it for things that I know I'm going to get a lot of spam from. That's what I use that one for. So I don't check it very often unless something specific, but it's still there. And then I had one for law school. That was my first like school one. So, and you know, where I had to use that in a computer lab.
Yeah. Well, same for my undergrad. For my undergrad, we got emails. This was actually, pre-Hotmail. But you had to go to a computer lab with a disk to download your email. Like you couldn't.
You couldn't even do it. Yeah.
My husband likes to tell me stories about his first job, like his first job out of college, like it's like, how did you work pre-email? And that's, I had email in my first job, but it was also like Lotus Notes style email. It felt very, it felt very intranet-y, like you could communicate with people in your company, but you weren't really emailing people outside.
Yeah. It was mostly intranet. Yeah. I don't think, I'm trying to, definitely not my first job did I have email, because it was the Gap. No, actually it was a restaurant and then the Gap. But I'm trying to remember my first like job after college, like serious professional job I did. But like that was, 93, something like that. So anyway, all the errors of the internet. Going back to my law school computer lab, I just had this flash because I haven't thought about this in forever. But I was in there one day, checking my email, and this guy was sitting there, and he kind of looked over at me. He's like, "Hey, are you from?" And he mentioned my town. in my tiny town in Massachusetts. And this is at a law school in Boston. And I went, yeah. And then I look at him, I'm like, oh, I'm like, Brian, right? And I'm like, I was in 6th grade with this kid. This was like my first crush. And he was sitting there in my computer lab in law school. And it was just,
That's
I was
so
like,
sweet.
oh my God, what are you doing here? It was bizarre. Anyway, and that's the end of the story.
I still want to hear stories about you working at Gap. Did you ever see the SNL Gap Girls skits?
Yes, that was us.
Okay, amazing. And everyone, if you're young, go Google that. It's hilarious.
I can still fold. You give me a folding board and I will knock your socks off. Yeah.
I like these talks because we say we're very old for crypto space and
ancient.
I kind of love the perspective, right? Having seen, like, if you grew up at a time pre-email and you can kind of see multiple cycles, it helps put a lot of like what we're seeing in perspective in terms of timing and expectations. All right, GeoCities.
I think that's the best when we GeoCities. There you go.
Oh, no.
Wow, GeoCities.
I had
when
one.
I'm talking about read, write, own in class or with like other people, it's really interesting to think about, how many versions of the internet, versions of technology we have experienced. And I think if you're a Gen X or elder millennial, you have been through it. You've been through the ringer of all the things, but it's also been really exciting to watch all that kind of come alive and not know where we're going next. So anyway, enough from the old people. Welcome to the Golden Girls Hour.
But also shout out Read, Write, Own. Actually, you guys, it's a really great book and you should buy it and you should read it. And for all the people who think crypto is the scam, I love it's such a good use case to walk through the history of the internet.
Yes.
To talk about kind of like why openness and permissionlessness and ownership matters.
By the way, did you see this from Tracy? AOL was her first email and is still a sign-in on old ass apps. Love it. I love it. I love it. All these young whippersnappers. Yeah, exactly. Some of us are still very old. First time AOL Instant Messenger, I realized you could connect to people around the world. Yes. And I did. And same thing with like the forums and stuff like that. The little rooms they used to have, the chat rooms. Mm-hmm. That's what they were. They weren't forums. They were chat rooms. But yeah, so.
Oh, we used AIM at work just for chatting. And it was kind of like the first Slack. Like you could still, because I remember it's like, all right, you could still email and communicate, but then somehow a different form factor, which was like instant messaging. It was much faster. Plus all the stupid, I can't even remember exactly what it was, but the sounds and the emojis and then this, it just, were there emojis back then? Maybe not even.
I don't remember. I don't remember. That's a good question. I don't think so. Yeah, everyone's okay. We're giving people memories here. AOL chat rooms. All right, let's move on. We'll go back to it.
I don't know what BBS is, but I remember BBM
and
what?
Is it a bulletin board? I think it's a bulletin board.
Oh, maybe.
Sure. Is it bulletin board?
Yeah, there were emojis on AOL.
Oh, there were emojis on AOL. I can't remember. Okay, there were apparently. All right.
Okay, walk down memory lane.
Okay.
Back to Farcaster.
Okay,
2025.
back to Farcaster. Okay, we're back. We just having a moment. This from Rainbow. This was interesting. It's no secret we love Clanker. Last week we shared a proposal for Rainbow and Clanker to join forces. This week we are shipping a fun new Clanker interface. Introducing King of the Hill, a new daily trading game powered by Clanker inside of Rainbow. It's the best trading game we've ever played in crypto. Trading clankers, running it up, and earning rewards. 1, creators clank right from the comfort of mobile on Rainbow. 2, traders compete to discover the top clankers every day. 3, choose the clanker that is crowned King of the Hill and win 2x points. 4, launch the clanker that becomes King of the Hill and win 10,000 points. Rewards are points for now. They'll soon be in RNBW, $RNBW, which is Rainbow's new token that they're going to be launching soon. Be safe. RNBW does not exist yet. Went on to kind of describe.
I bet it does, though. I bet NRN does.
One of them does, I'm sure.
I bet
not the
many,
official.
Rainbow. I bet many exist by now. Sorry.
Point. Excellent point.
I
And then this continuing on from Rainbow, why Clanker? It's the people's launch pad, a homegrown champion that's been a breakout success since day one and fueled so many organic runners we've lost count. The protocol fees are fuel for Banker, Bracky, Better, and so many other innovative clankers. Integrating Clanker is symbiotic as hell. We've sunset Rainbow's launchpad and embraced what the people want. Now Rainbow is truly the hub to launch, track, and trade clankers. Hold on, let me see how it's going. I don't know if we have a new King of the Hill yet. But if you go into Rainbow now and click on the little crown in there, that will show you the leaderboard. And okay, my the one I was hoping for is number 2. So there you go. So we'll see how it goes. But it's kind of fun. It's a fun approach. I think things like this are can make it just interesting. You can really kind of see what memes are vibing with people and things like that. So we'll see how it goes. It's going to be interesting. But puts a new spin on last week's drama a little bit. Clank clank. More in Clanker news. This from the Clankermon team, Gmon Clankermon chain. Built as a scaling layer for massively on-chain gaming mechanics, leveraging Syndicate's small sequencer, giving us the scale that app chains allow for while tapping into the infrastructure, liquidity, and distribution available on Base. More details. And it goes on to talk about why they did this. And I'll just read this one and then you can read the rest if you still have questions. Over time, as gas costs came down to the penny mark, ideas have become more and more achievable. But even then, there are limits, and Clankermon hit those limits pretty fast this past month. Do we go off chain? Do we move chains? What if we built our own chain? Clankermon has 3 key layers, each providing critical infrastructure, future-proof the development and distribution of Clankermon, its core assets where it matters most. So he details this out. There's a lot here. You can also read the paragraph about it. So they're working on this now, and it should help. If you've been playing Clankermon, you've gotten hit with, hey, you can't process this right now. Gas is too high. Do you want to pay the gas yourself, kind of thing? So this, I think, is to help with that and hopefully make it a better experience if you're playing. So there you go.
Hey, shout out Clankerman. When I was playing from
Mongolia,
the Altai Mountains in Western Mongolia, trying to keep my babymon alive so I could birth a real life Clankermon, I hit that gas limit a few times.
Yeah.
And I was dialing in through Starlink and I was busy. So like, I didn't actually go through to like fund a wallet and pay for gas. Like I think you can pay your own. I just was like, oh, I'll try again in the future. It's probably why my babymon died, because I actually was trying to get it to level 10. I got it to level 9, all the way up from like level 6 when I left my plane. I was really proud of myself. Anyway, but shout out Clankermon, because I didn't even realize everything was on chain.
Yeah.
You're playing the game, things are happening, it takes a split second when you're feeding your baby or training your babymon, whatever. But it was like a reminder to me. I was like, oh, all these actions are being logged on chains, which will have, all these future benefits, I think, because then it becomes open. And and I thought that was cool, just that I didn't even realize it until I had to pay for gas.
Yeah, because it was all happening sort of seamlessly in the background. There's a lot going on in that game ecosystem that you really don't realize. Like there's so much going on. And the graphics are really good. Like every little thing you do feels like an experience. You know what I mean? Like if I went through and one of my babymons got incubated and I didn't screen capture that part of it. And I wish I had, because I didn't think it was going to be anything like a big deal. And it was like this whole moment where your baby mon becomes incubated. Like, so I don't know, they just have done a really good job with that. I'm enjoying it. So anyway, go revive your baby mon.
I'm not.
Why?
I'm really happy for everyone who's playing. And
you're
love
so
Matthew.
close.
I know, but like,
I think you need like 1,000 Clankermon. I'll send it to you. Just do it. Oops. Here we go. I'm on the wrong one. This from DGen Communist. Be sure to report the relaunch of Scum. Scum token done live on retake with special guest Dish. So they did a live stream to relaunch this particular token, SCUM. This is the Clanker. And we're going to work to get DGen Communist on here for one of our Clanker spotlights to talk more about this. Just trying to coordinate that. Definitely a very different approach. Very curious to see what they're up to. But they did relaunch this on retake the other day. So go check that out. And we'll hopefully get you on here soon to learn more about Scum. Because we love things with weird names. Because why not? By the way, every time I have to pull up Clanker in class, now I have to double check to see which ones are on the front page. Because did I tell you about that the first time I did that? And there was Dick Butt right on the. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Pull it up and there's Dick Butt right on the screen.
And then did you have to explain what Dick Butt was?
No, I just moved on.
Okay.
This is how I explained it. There's a lot in crypto that is derived from an adolescent boy's sense of humor. This would be one of them. And I just left it at that because I didn't have it in me.
That's such yak shit.
It's such yak shit. It's such yak shit.
I was going to try not to say I was going to try not to say certain words on the stream.
I was going to save this for later, but I'll jump to this right now.
Okay, let's do it.
I'll jump to this right now. I was going to save this for the very end, but this was from Horsefacts. I got that yakshit glow this morning. And then you replied, you don't want yakshit in your boots. You don't want that yakshit glow. Don't go to Mongolia. I want that glow. And then Horsefacts also said, I'm going to start using yak shit as an antonym to dog shit. You've been posting absolute yak shit lately. Keep it up. So we're taking it back. We're taking it back. For those who missed it, this came out of our episode last Friday, I think it was, when Adrian was talking about her experiences on her adventures in Mongolia. And that she was cleaning off her yak shit, literal yak shit off her boots. And I was like, I would have thrown them away, which led to a clanker.
No, you can just put them in the washing machine and they come out brand spanking new.
But then you've got yak shit in your washing machine. I don't know. I don't think I could do it.
Cleaning. Obviously, you'd get most of it off before you put it in the machine. And then it's just like the little bit left.
Okay.
Just a little bit.
We are very different people. Very different people. This from our friends at the Ethereum Foundation, DevConnect, ICYMI. Here's what you can expect at the first Ethereum World's Fair this November in Buenos Aires. So go check this out. This is announcing the districts of the Ethereum World's Fair. Lots of details here. If you're going to be going, you're going to want to check this out. The different areas or the districts at the World Fair are going to be DeFi, social, which Farcaster will have a spot there, I assume. Hardware and wallets, privacy, gaming, AI, L2, collectibles. So this should be really fun. Adrian's going. It's going to be a blast. So many of our friends are going. A lot of people are going to be there. So it's going to be fun. Go check that out. It's going to be a lot of fun. This from the dude, introducing Bribe. Literally put blood, sweat, tears, magic, and weed into this mini app. I hope you guys like it. You can finally send audio messages on Farcaster with a twist. It allows you to send bribes as audio messages to anyone on Farcaster. If they listen to it on time, they get to claim the bribe you sent them. If they don't listen to it on time, you reclaim your bribe back. It's on Arbitrum, so you need some gas on there to claim. By the way, though, keep this in mind. If you're using the Farcaster wallet, very easy to swap between chains. Crazy easy to swap between chains. That there's just only a few available, but Arbitrum is one of them. So there you go.
Amazing. Love this concept.
Yeah, I do too. I think it was like really creative. It's similar to Reply in that way, but Reply is like you're paying for somebody to text or to text you. But this one is, listen to our thing and you get whatever we're giving.
You're paying for someone's time. Yeah.
Yeah. So I love it. Haven't tried it yet, but very cool. I do want to give that a try. This from Jake. So to be clear, let me go back. Let me start here for a second, and then I'll share what he said about it. Antimo tagged A0 design need to show 2 buttons on app website, download and coming soon. Do I just make them black? If different, what colors and why? Use distinct colors for clarity. And then it gives specific colors with the hex codes and shows them here. And then if you click on this, you actually can go to the base colors mini app. And you'll see you can actually buy the color as a base color. So this is what Jake was explaining what happened here. So to be clear, Antimo FM just asked the smartest design agent on Farcaster what colors he should use for 2 buttons in his new app. And AO Design responded with good specific hex codes while embedding those colors in the cast such that they open to the opportunity to mint those colors in the base colors mini app. That is a pretty powerful little agent there. Like, that was impressive. So very cool.
Yes. Super
Very cool. Yeah, use the little AO design when you need help.
Also, shout out to Farcaster. Can I just, for now, Farcaster is still early days and small. So you can launch something and then call it the best whatever of your category on Farcaster is.
Absolutely.
So what I'd love to see is like a top 10
or
of all,
you can call it the number one
exactly.
news show.
That's my point. So you stole my punchline. But yeah, so what I haven't seen are the other 9 design agents on Farcaster to know why this one's the smartest. But yeah. I joke, but this is why you build on Farcaster, because you can just take over a category and be number 1. Anyway, welcome to GM Farcaster. We are Farcaster's number 1 news show. Live streaming since September 2023. And
there you go.
Good luck taking that title away from us.
Good luck. Give it a shot. No one's coming for us at this moment. Absolutely nobody. All right, few more fun things on the timeline. And this from 6, this is really funny. This is a follow-up to the other day. Texted one of my investors to see if they wanted to chill and yap tonight. I'm so grateful to have people on my cap table who are rooting for me to succeed.
Aw, 6.
Isn't that sweet? And then this from YB. And then this from YB. A crypto founder just texted me asking if I wanted to chill and yap tonight. I'm now regretting investing in his company. So funny. So I think this confirms the Greg 6 situation as well. Yeah, they're just playing with us.
It's 6's humor.
It's 6's humor. It's very much 6's humor. Have you been using, I don't know if you've been using the from TikTok yet, like posting things from TikTok, but it's been pretty cool to see things popping up more. And I'm not going to show this one from Acquiesce, but literally tears. This was so funny. And it's just a really funny one, but also I've been appreciating some of the curation. It's been bringing some good things to my timeline, so I appreciate you. This one is particularly funny, so it will be linked in our show notes. Go check it out.
What's it about?
It's about hosting a chaotic breakfast funeral. Was not on my to-do list today. Pet funeral. Let me put pet funeral in there.
Oh, okay.
But literally like halfway through, I knew where it was going, and I just started, like, I was like literal tears down my face. It was really funny. So check it out. And also from TikTok, I do appreciate what you're doing. So, and for those who don't know or may not be familiar, I don't know why this isn't playing, but that's okay. I think all the video feeds are having problems this week. But it's if you haven't looked at this mini app yet from TikTok, you go in and you can post any mini app. I mean, any video from TikTok with just the link to the TikTok. You just copy the link over, put it in, and then it uploads the video for you and you cast it. And you also get credit for that and can earn their $ likes for doing that. And the idea is that the person who created the content would also earn from you posting it. So the curator as well as the creator. And then hopefully, also, I think the hope is that it would be an onboarding tool as well. But anyway,
Cool.
Aqueous, well done. That one killed me. And this as our last cast today. Just some beauty on the timeline. This from Six Bazinga up in Alaska, and how stunning is that aurora borealis? So just amazing. And I think it was Z Willow, who is I think they're related. Z Willow or they're friends. Z Willow had
they know each other IRL.
They know each other. Colorado back to Alaska.
Right.
And she was like, I can't believe my trip back didn't get me higher on the leaderboard. And I'm like, you didn't post anything about your trip back. And then she listed all these things that happened. And I'm like, yes, you should have posted all of that. Like, it would have definitely got people's attention. So I did encourage her. She's back in Alaska. I'm like, we need more Alaska photos, Alaska stories, like all the things. And this is just another reason why it's beautiful. So there we go. And that is it. I got nothing else.
29 minutes of Farcaster news.
29 minutes of Farcaster
your day
in just 51 minutes. I think we did pretty well today. All right.
Anything and the only thing we haven't covered, which we probably will Friday because it's breaking news, is everyone's reaction to the Sora app. OpenAI just launched Sora. So OpenAI just launched their Sora app. I think you still need invite codes. It is AI. It's like an AI
video one. It's been out for a while, but was it just in beta?
Maybe they're just
out for a while.
I don't
Maybe
know.
it's just a wider
get access to it.
Yeah, it might be that there's just more access now, but it's been out for quite a while. Yeah.
Okay. When I woke up this morning, or maybe they just whatever. When I woke up this morning, my feed had a lot of comments about Sora, future of short form video AI slop content. And I feel like that'll take over. I feel like my prediction is that's the meta for at least the next 24 hours. Yeah. So unless something else happens, we may be talking about that on Friday.
I did see, and I didn't pull it, and I can't remember who it was now. And now I'll have to go back and try and figure this out. Somebody talking about how they were now posting, like agentically posting AI videos on TikTok and getting like 10,000 views and things like that. New version of Sora dropped last night. Okay. Oh, it's a social TikTok app. Okay. So it's a whole new
and not
app
just video generation. It's like
Okay. That's different. Okay. I haven't seen that yet.
And yes, Willy Wonka, can you DM me an invite code? Thank you.
I'll take one as well. Thank you, Willy. Yeah. Love you. Love you. Interesting. Okay. I don't know how I feel. I have seen some very creative videos done that I really enjoyed. Like, a Sasquatch who's on patrol, or you know what I mean? Like taking fun, creative approaches. I like. If you're doing it in a way that you're trying to either trying to trick people into thinking it's real, don't like that. Or like it's just slop and it's not creative and it's not interesting and you're just like pushing out. Like, we don't need more of that. Thank you though. But
is slop going to be the dictionary word of the year, you think?
ooh, could be.
I'm calling it.
Could be. I think you might be onto something there. Could be. All right. Anything else that we missed? I'm looking through our chat. We got a lot of chatters today. Thank you, chatters. You're keeping us interesting
Thank
today.
you, chatters.
Yeah, we love it. We love you in there. Anything else we missed? I think we're good. I think that's everything. We did have a great chat with Minted Merch on Monday. If you missed that, go back and watch it. We will have probably later today a separate playlist that'll just be our Clankcaster spotlights for all of you. And we're looking forward to bringing some more folks in next week. I think we have a few guests that we're lining up, but I don't think we have anything solid and confirmed yet. So we'll know more on Friday. And Friday, we will also be talking about Cast Out, and we'll have the forms will be ready. You'll be able to apply to play and all that stuff. So look for that on Friday. And with that, Adrienne, anything else? I think we're good.
No.
I think we're good. All right, everybody. It's been a pleasure. We will see you on Friday. And until then, bye-bye. Thanks for joining us for this episode of GM Farcaster. And thank you to all our partners and HyperSub supporters bringing this episode to you. Follow the GM Farcaster channel for all the latest updates and add our mini app on Farcaster and the base app. Until next time, bye-bye.